so few seem to care. Like out of sight, out of mind, and out of my head. From corrupt cops to black ops and farmers with fake food. Let's spread the song and wake them up, that's what we could do.
Monsanto, another loving company, may be responsible for more food-related illnesses and deaths than anyone in history. This is like putting terrorists in charge of the world's food supply. Probably somebody you've never really heard of.
I'm just a man with some words, but I hope you listen. There's stuff going down that a lot have been dismissing. When there's money in the right hands, we brush it off. Like Prop 37, let me tell you the cost. 46 million, can you guess who lost? Nah, Monsanto, their hand goes deeper and our land gets weaker. Trying to cut costs, we were all too eager to do if I don't wanna burn. Black bottle infiltrated the groups to help you learn. No mercy from a mercenary, and it's kinda scary, they were only trying to let you know. Monsanto's gonna kill us all slow with alien foods that they made in the lab. Eyes only on the profit and never on the sad. Google Indian farmers and suicides, yeah, it's that bad. Doing in a world where so few seem to care. Like out of sight, out of mind, and out of my head. From corrupt cops to black ops and farmers with fake food. Let's spread the song and wake them up, that's what we could do.
Monsanto is more of a military operation, a conquering army. They've stated that they want to take over the entire biosphere and patent all major forms of life.
So what's the harm, you say, in just a little change? Well, maybe the fact that our food fuels our brains, and if it's killing harmless bugs, can it slowly do the same to my precious mainframe? I'm not trying to be lame. Terminating seeds, are they terminating me? Ask yourself that question, then have yourself a read. Monsanto's pure evil, need to pull them like a weed. To do when I can't trust the food that I eat, or even the doctors who give me the drugs they say that I need. I'm looking for guidance, all I can find is grow what I need. But I don't have the time and I can rely on my thumbs now it seems. They can play some PS3, but I wouldn't call them green. Besides, it's hard to find seeds that ain't GE, and that's genetically engineered. I hope you all hear me. Doing in a world where so few seem to care. Like out of sight, out of mind, and out of my head. From corrupt cops to black ops and farmers with fake food. Let's spread the song and wake them up, that's what we could do.
They don't want us as consumers to think about how our food is grown and what's in it.
It's really just 3 or 4 companies that are controlling the meat. We've never had food companies this big and this powerful in our history.
We're talking about where our food comes from is not in their interests ultimately.
They're not just infecting the biosphere with their GMO and then suing people who they've contaminated. They're also trying to get government to pass regulations to shut down their competition. So this is a total corporate takeover of the life cycle of the planet.
Well, what's scary is how it's kind of, we've allowed it to creep up on us.
Now that I know that the food is really unhealthy for us, I feel guilty giving it to my kids.
How about it being used in schools?
From cloned animals.
Our food supply should be kept local. It shouldn't be big agribusiness. We did that experiment since the 1920s. We've been doing that experiment, and it hasn't worked. And we see that. We've depleted our soils. We're creating crappy food. We're creating giant farms, animals being packed in, and we know this doesn't work. We know there are alternatives, and we know it's about keeping it local. But they don't want the food supply to be kept local.
Food in the supermarket and the fast food outlet is corn. It doesn't look like corn. It's not called corn. The Twinkie, the meat, the beef, the chicken, the pork, all fed on corn.
That's not saying that consumers are dumb. Consumers will be scared and consumers will be frightened. Why can't the typical consumer be as wise and discerning as you are?
They can be if we work to educate them.